I was just watching Spatsbear's video on his 1971 Lakewood fan, and it inspired me to do a vintage box fan video of my own. This is my parents' vintage box fan. It's a 1974 or 1975, I'm not exactly sure, they got it when they were first married, McGraw-Edison box fan. Has a full steel chassis with 3 aluminum rounded blades. I'm not exactly sure what motor size is in here, but I'll give you a close-up on that later on. It is a 3-speed, if I haven't mentioned that. Most of the fans I've seen have actually had plastic fronts from this time period. This one actually has a steel cage, which rattles like crazy when the thing turns on, because a lot of the screws rattle out and fall out. I've lost a few of them. It actually looks like I only actually have 2 of the originals left. You see, there is a lot of surface rust on this fan, but I'm planning a full restoration this summer, as it's sort of like a family heirloom now. This plastic handle on the top and the motor are the only places you can actually identify that it is a Edison brand. It's got this etch that runs across the plastic handle. It's really hard to see now, but I remember it as a kid. That used to be real clear and silver. Do a flip around. One of the things I like about this fan, you don't see these a lot anymore, are the holes in the side for the stand. I actually had one at my intermediate school. It was a big metal rack in like a triangle with wheels on the bottom, so you could have the box fan at the top, sort of like a stand fan. It's an interesting feature. You don't see that anymore. The back again is an all steel chassis. It's got the steel grate, which is again rusty, but it's not bad rust, it's just surface rust. Nice and open for easy motor access, oiling and whatnot. Do a close-up on this label on the top. It says McGraw-Edison Company, thermally protected. It's a Type 203 PEG, 115 volt, 2.3 amp, 60 hertz, and the US patent number. I'm not exactly sure about that. If I know Spatsbear and Retro Chat are really into these vintage fans. I don't know too much about this one. One thing I have noticed that's an issue, and this is just, it must have just happened recently, is this edge of this one blade is actually bent down, so I'm going to have to go in there and fix that. There's 2 fun stories I have about this fan too. One is when my dog was a puppy, about probably, it'd be about 12 years ago now. He peed directly into this when the fan was running. So if you look on the inside, it's mostly puddled on the corners, but there's actually surface rust that runs all the way around as the blades were spinning. Our dog was a nightmare, and we have many more stories like that. But that's just a little side note of what I remember. I also remember when this used to be in our upstairs window at the top of our stairs in our old house. When I was a kid, probably like 3, I wanted to, the fan was running, I wanted to stick my finger directly onto the motor shaft, like that. I got burned so bad. I still remember how painful that was. It was just crazy. Let me do a startup for you now. Yeah, I'm planning on repainting this whole thing and getting it working nice. Because it is a great fan. They don't make them like this anymore. This is going to be high first. And again, if anyone knows anything about this fan, I'd be glad to glad to listen. And that's it for now. That is the 1974 or 1975 McGraw-Edison box fan.